So today what we're going to do is we're going to put a cover on the Maverick. It should be fairly quick and easy. This is I guess number one you have to do is there's a gasket that goes all the way across the back there. It's nice, open cell, easy, I would say pretty easy to put down. Just clean the surface with alcohol and you should be good. Now these parts here, I might clean them a little bit, but these parts here, they need to go with right, they're not so clean either. So, but you see this right here, that latch point, that should be near the end. So I'm going to place one on this side, nice and easy. Got some grass and crud in there, and then place one on the opposite side, just like that. All right, and so you want to try to find a really good you know, location for that. All right, so that's that part. And then I have these also, I have to, you know, latch in everything. So there's a little knob, you see that little knob, that little natural latch or whatever location it is, it goes right there. All right, so underneath the inside edge of the truck. So inside edge, somewhere in this vicinity, underneath right there. So you're going to take that, place it where you need to put it. Decent area right there. And then you might undo this, absolutely. The reason why is because you can't do one thing without the other. So I have it to where I have a little rubber spacer that I put on there. So about almost a centimeter, not quite much, not quite to that. But you take it and you're going to bring it into a location where it's going to have a good latch point. All right. That way you can thread it in. And this is all aluminum. I mean aluminium, of course, for everyone that really does like me to say it the British way. So this is on the Ford Maverick. So I'm just going to kind of, you know, hand thread it into place. I'm going to go get a Allen wrench in a minute, but I want to place 3 of them across the side. I hope you can still see this. So, having done this at least once before, I have experience with it. And there we are. There's my location. Just get a little bit of hand threading going. If I can, I should probably put some parts down, just because it's yeah, it's harder to do all this. Get that hand thread done. Done. I could probably put it a little bit further. Yeah, a little bit further down. That'd be good. So that's that. Got one more, and then I have to do it on the opposite side. All right. Probably right down the middle. Try to find a middle location. Put it in the right way. Do the thing I need to do. And there you are. We are in place, in location. So that's one portion of it. So we're going to make sure also that we have the appropriate distance, edge to edge. So all the way from here to here has to be exactly where we want it to be. So I'm going to get these a little bit tighter, but not too tight. I'm going to get them, they're going to keep them loose so that way I can move things around. Because if I can't move them around, well, that's going to cause a problem. So let me go ahead and get the other side. Well, alright, so it's a little bit slow today. Oh my goodness, I'm slow. I feel absolutely ragged. So, you know, having just come off of a bit of a sickness, so, you know, just trying to align your setup as you need to. And you know, you get to hear the sounds of this beautiful you know, area that I live in, where everyone has very, very loud vehicles. You know, not bad. I mean, I do love the you know, amount of excitement that comes from all that. And then let me see, one more. Oops, don't want to lose you to a tripod accident or incident. Let's see, get the last one right. Yeah, there we are. And then right in here, and then this little bit in there, and we have put it together. So that's together, that's the first part, that's the first bit. We're going to adjust everything here in a minute. Let me go get our Allen wrench, just kind of move them up a little bit more. I don't want to have too much you know, or to do, so let me do that real quick. An eBay special. I don't know if this is always the case, but it's a 5mm hex wrench or Allen, and so I'm just gonna get it to where it's upward and it's done its thing. We'll do it all across this truck here. Tight spaces here, just because there's some, you know, bushes and whatnot in the way. And so the idea is that I'm about to take a good trip somewhere, and when you take a good trip, you know, you do want to use your you know, truck bed as a boot, and you know, cover it up, make sure that, you know, people can't get in it, you know, can't see it, all that stuff like that. Also waterproof. That's the other idea. So what we're going to do now, because I do have this, I'm going to hold on to this, put this in my pocket. All right. And also, you know, look, it's a bit dirty, but this is the top. Right, there's a gasket back here in the back. This goes right over where the bed comes together. There's some pieces here that will have to be tightened down. I believe that's another setup that I have to do. So let's line it up and get going with that. Oh, backwards. I have it backwards, so that's the other element of it all. So, to help you all understand, so it's kind of nasty, this thing is. It's been out of sorts for a while, but you have a gasket here, and you see this knob right here fits into this edge right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try to align from here and make sure that I have that right, and then roll it all the way across. That way I'm going to be able to adjust it and then tighten into place as I need to, as need be. Those pieces at the end, they will slide in to those places. So we're going to do that. Might be inside the truck, just in the truck bed, just to get this done. So yeah, it's a bit of work, but it's worth it, especially if you like to have a tonneau cover. Yeah, so let's get that going. So on each side you want to take this edge that is right here, and you want to slide that in. All right, so the difference is that I want to slide that in, but I do believe I've already forgotten that I do want it to lay a bit on top. That gives me a good seal across this edge right here. So if I lay it on top, then it's better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this one with my Allen wrench. Give it a bit of looseness here, and then we'll do it back underneath the car. And some of these kits for tonneau cover, and this is for a Maverick, of course, but some of these do come with their own Allen wrenches, which is nice. It's nice to have. So look, right there, trying to get it on that seal. Okay, so I'm going to do that to the other side. And do it to the other side. Pull this over, already breaking it, you know. That's a support piece that goes right down the middle. We'll fix that as we go. I am making this much harder than it looks, or it should be. Maybe it's on purpose, maybe it's not, I don't know. So that way you can see me fumble. I'll just drop those pieces because, you know, hey, whatever. And then another one in the piece, in location. Get that aligned, and there you are. That is where it's supposed to be. Good. We have a seal all the way across. That's good. Seal, not like the you know, the Singer, but more like a water seal of sorts. So I'm going to tighten this one down more, and then I'll go back and I'll fix these others. So to show you if I can get this undone and put in the right spot. Maybe I can't. Maybe I'll need to do this with two hands. So, you know, just give me a second here. And then you can see all that. I think you can still see it. Look at that. Look at that mess right there. It's a terrible mess. Oi. All sorts of things going wrong here. So maybe tighten these down after you've aligned everything. I don't know. Look at that. This is terrible. This is getting way crazy. There we are. And these are also, you know, Chinese bolts to go with it. You know, that's what you do when you buy eBay. You get Allen wrench type things that are not quite, you know, good enough. There we are. There we are. This up is in the way, and then let's push this into place. This is aluminium here. And then we will go back over this way, get this undone. There we are. A little bit better, less out of sorts. There we are. And now, I don't know if you can see this. So if you can see that, you place it in, and then it clicks into place. Should go right where it's supposed to go, and then you can velcro the top of it together. I do need that part that's going to go in here somewhere. And of course, once you tighten everything down, it all lays down properly. And as you can see, it rolls up. So once I tighten it all up, I'll show you that you can roll it all up and you know, get it out of the way if you like. So let's see. It looks like I'm going to have to do back in there, and yeah, we'll do that. We'll slide all the way back there and get that done. Or wait, let's just think about that. What is the easiest way to get this done? Oh, that's right, I can just roll it back, and that's what I'm going to do. It's going to roll it back because it's much easier. And there we are. So I'm now can take this part, and I can place it in place. To keep it tight to the truck. And this bed is, by the way, this is, if you do want a Maverick one, I do believe this is only a 4.5 foot bed, so make sure that you do get only a Ford Maverick type. If you don't, well, you know, it's probably not going to fit that well. That's really a big factor. I don't even know if you can see, I just looked over the camera and you're maybe not even over in that location, focused on there. And there it goes. I've tightened all these on this side. And you notice here you have the straps. So if you did want it up, you can do this. Real nice and easy. It snaps right in. Just like that. So if we go back over here, look. So this right here, it's a nice little belt. Comes right back here, and you have a solid way of inlet, and you know, snap in place, a clamp if I do it right. If I'm not doing it right, I have no idea. It one-handed, of course. There we are. See, look at that, beautiful. It works beautifully. Right, and then we have this side. Almost lost my Allen wrench. Tightened. Everything's good. Must tighten this side. I have no idea. This is all wiggly and wobbly and everything like that. I'm on a hill, so whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Alright, so once again, and I'm just trying to align it with the other part that I have. Go in from here. Tighten Chinese fastener in place. Make sure that I'm in the right spot. Tighten it down. Goal is also, because if you don't get this gasket crushed a little bit, then water is going to get in. So you do want to do that. Almost lost everyone here. Tightened. Slide that one over to where I can tighten it. Should be able to see that. If you don't, then I'm sorry. I'm doing this quickly and as passionately as possible. Not so passionately that we have to ban or censor things on YouTube though. So we're just getting this done. So this is a really good cover. I did have at one point in time a ladder rack on this truck as well. So the ladder rack is, by the way, really nice for you're holding different things. You like to sit on top of the back of your truck. Ladder rack, I believe, was from Maverick on the eBay. I do love eBay for simple fact that there is new and used stuff on there. So there we are. We are set. We have done the thing. You did see just the ground there. So let us undo this, roll it back. And there we are. So I've rolled it back, put that into its place, put that one into its place, and then snap down, and that is a tonneau cover. Perfect. And look, the gasket's there, everything's where it's supposed to be. a little bit high right over here. Some adjustment might be necessary. That might be just me. It might be a little bit tight over here, might be there. Also might just be that this thing's been in the garage for a bit, so maybe a little bit of sun and she'll stretch out as she needs to. So that's it. That's a tonneau cover on a Ford Maverick. So now aerodynamic, a little bit of gasket issues, maybe a little bit wet in there, I don't know. I'll adjust it, I'll have to. Yeah, well, it looks a little bit too high for my liking, at least mine. So maybe it's a bit of adjustment. So we'll maybe figure out what to do back there. Oh, I do have to tighten all the way down there. I totally forgot about that. So give me a minute. So this is the 3mm, and you have to make sure you get that part done. That's you know, a requirement of sorts. You just don't want to, you want to make sure that if you are clamping this all up, it's staying exactly where it needs to stay. That could be also the thing, is you're trying to make sure that everything's in the right spot all the way across. Make sure that we're even. So a little bit of push and pull, and you can kind of get it where you want it to be at. A little bit of tightness there, that's not quite where I want it to be, but yes. So there you are, that's a tonneau cover. That's perfect, that's beautiful. I'm going to roll that back up, wash it off by hand, and yeah, I'll be ready to go for my trip. Oops, there we are. I was about to create a problem. So you know, I don't know, like, subscribe if you like this. You know, it's just it's a big bunch of, you know, whatever. Very simple, quick item. I think this is an $85, you know, item from eBay or from Amazon or everywhere else you can go to, different things like that. So yes, please do enjoy. This is Mr. Britfix, you know, truck power. Yay, go trucks. Even tiny hybrid car trucks like the Maverick. So all right.